to learn good songs. Okay?
So covers?
It doesn't matter if it's a cover or not. I mean, obviously, if you're starting out, you're not composing yet. You're learning. So the best way to learn is from good songs. You know, learn the songs in all different keys, and then find ways when you learn songs in different keys, you'll automatically learn more about the fretboard. And so you need to keep expanding your knowledge, keep listening to good music, and take it all in. Have an open mind, have an open attitude about all kinds of music. As long as I like all kinds of music, as long as it touches me, as long as I find that it moves me. If music doesn't do anything for me, then I don't really listen to it. I want to save my hearing, you know.
Okay, so emotions are the most...
Well, just something that's good and soulful. Okay. Yeah, it's soulful, something that has soul, groove, it's good sound, good ideas, and all that kind of stuff, you know. And a lot of times I don't spend a lot of time listening to guitar players. I mostly listen to singers and songwriters. The first thing you've got to understand about fingerstyle is it's all about getting the thumb separate from the fingers. So you need to, you don't necessarily have to practice the two parts separately. You just start with simple songs. It's got to be simple songs that are doable and that will keep you interested and keep you challenged. But I recommend this. I recommend practicing with a metronome. That's why this is my tuner that I tune up with backstage. It's also my metronome. And I have been playing guitar for 55 years professionally, and I still practice with a metronome all the time. And it helps you to focus yourself on time and feeling. And even though it may sound like a mechanical thing, it's actually still realistic time, you know. When I play with a metronome, I can tell when I'm pulling it back or pushing it forward. I can hear it in my own way, right? But the metronome really lets me know where the time really is. So with fingerstyle, you've got to start with simple songs. Too many people see me play Lady Madonna or something and they say, oh, that's fingerstyle, I want to play that. And that's 30 years down the track, you know, to be able to play something well like that. So you got to start with simple songs and get your time and your feel together. One of the most important things you can do is, as you're learning these new songs and you're practicing them, record yourself and have a listen. Don't play it to other people. Don't get other people's opinions, because people would love to give you their opinion, and you don't need people's opinions. You need to work, right? So practice, listen to what you're doing and hear the sound of everything, and make sure, ask yourself, am I in time? Have I got a good sound? Is the melody coming out properly? Is the backing sounding good? You know, have a listen to everything. That's how you will improve. I play bass and drums.
Okay.
Yeah, but I try to do it all on the guitar. You know, think of the money I'm saving. See? There are lots of things that are important. First of all, the sound and the feeling of the instrument.
But what does it mean, the sound?
The tone of the guitar. When you play it, does it blow your dress up? You know, when you hear the guitar, do you love the sound of it? Mm-hmm. See, my little guitar here, I carry that around the world, play concerts every night with it, but I still love just sitting in this room and playing it because it sounds so nice. You know, but I have other guitars in my home that I would never take on the road, old Martins, old Gibsons, things like that are very fragile, and I play them. I play them for pleasure, for my own pleasure. And I love the sound of them, but I would never take them on the road. Life on the road is brutal. It's hard on instruments, and when you fly as much as I do, this guitar here has been broken at least 3 times a year. since 2008. And before the first gig with this guitar, when it was brand new, it arrived and it was broken right along the bottom. And I had to put it together, hold it, and put gaff tape on it and play the show with the guitar held together with gaff tape. I'm not exaggerating, it's true. And lucky for me, I was in Santa Cruz, California, and there were two guys from Santa Cruz Guitars in the audience. They saw my guitar and they said, "We can fix that for you." And I gave it to them. They brought it back to me the next morning and it was fixed. Okay. So I was lucky. But guitars get broken by airline. Nobody breaks things better than airlines. So on the road, 3. 2 like this. The other one is exactly the same wood, everything. The only difference is I use the other one for drop D tuning and for drop G, you know. This one here always stays at normal tuning. I never do any alternative tuning on that guitar because tuning for me is so important. All my songs, see, what you got to realize, when you're a solo guitar player like me, you may as well be naked on stage because everything is exposed. There's no keyboard or drums to hide behind. Everything is exposed. So you must have everything together, and that includes tuning. Tuning is the most important thing to me. If I'm not absolutely perfectly in tune, it drives me crazy, you know. So tuning is everything for me. So I leave that one tuned, normal tuning. The other one is left drop D. And then the third guitar is another Maton. It's called a TE1, which is a dreadnought with a cutaway, and that has big medium strings on it, 56 to 13, and I tune it down a whole tone. So the open E string is a D, so everything's down a tone, and it's a different sound. And that guitar has because it's deep. So sometimes, like for instance tonight, the way the stage is, the PA is right beside me. I can't wind the microphone too loud because it'll not work. So tonight I will use a little bit of microphone in that guitar, and then I'll play with mostly pickup. This guitar here, however, the mic is on 10. The pickup is on 10. It's like a cannon, you know. And when I start to play this guitar, it's like, boom, there it is. I like it. I really enjoy it. It's challenging and it's fun, but everything must be right. Like I said, when you are out there on your own and just guitar and nothing else, everything must work. You know, all the arrangements must be strong. The playing must be interesting. The show must have a direction. You know, some high mountains and low valleys and everything. You know, and at the same time, I need to have fun when I'm playing. So I don't need to feel the pressure of the world on me, you know? So what I think in my mind when I go on the stage is all I care about is to play well and to be spontaneous. If I feel I want to go this way and play some different songs, then I just go there, you know? I never work with a list. Unless I'm working with a string quartet or a band, because other people need to know what's going on next. When I'm on my own, I never want to do that. I just want to be free, you know. I've had lots of bands. I've been in bands all my life. I've been playing solo gigs since the early 80s, but I've been in bands at the same time. So what I used to do is I played electric guitar in rock and roll bands, and then I would get booked at a jazz club, and I would play solo acoustic to do something else, you know. And then in the early 80s, I started getting big crowds to my solo shows, and I thought, there's something in this, you know. And I enjoyed it. So that's about how long ago I started doing what I'm doing now. And what I do now, touring the world, playing concerts, is my dream from when I was little, you know. That's all I could think about when I was a little boy was I want to play concerts, I want to play concert halls, I want to travel around the world, you know. So my dream came true. I'm an example to you of somebody who came from nowhere, who achieved all my goals so far, and I'm still a long way to go. It depends. I go through stages of listening to different singers. And when I'm with my children, my daughter and I listen to Lady Gaga a lot. I love Sting. Tony Bennett and Sting together is great. Lady Gaga and Sting together is killer. I love Nine Inch Nails. I sometimes listen to Django Reinhardt. But I don't do a lot of listening because I'm trying to save my hearing. You see, I was born with what we call yellow fever. I was born with a fever. My mother had it. She was sick. She gave it to me. And the result of this fever was my hearing is burnt out before I came into the world. And it's frequencies of the human voice that are missing. So when I'm talking with you, I have to concentrate on you to hear what you're saying. And some people speak very quietly, and I have to get up like this, you know. I do have hearing aids. I don't have them in at the moment because they drive me crazy. It's too intense for me. I'm hearing too much, you know. I live in a cone of silence. But the thing I love the most, the guitar, is what I hear the best. Well, every day I pick up the guitar and start playing songs, right? So I don't go through, you know, a set exercise program. I would find that way too boring, you know. I get bored very easily with that kind of stuff. I want to play songs and play music. So normally for me to warm up, I'm already warmed up now because I started playing the guitar at 7 o'clock this morning. In my hotel room, I woke up and before I took a pee, I played the guitar. So that's me, you know. So I just love playing songs and warming up, playing songs, singing a song, getting your little motor inside running, your creative engine, getting that going, and you get that going by playing the songs and singing and all that kind of stuff. And but some days I work on strength, you know. I have certain exercises that strengthens this part of my hand because I use my pinky a lot. So I cover 4 strings and play the F like that. And this makes all these muscles strong here. And when I play real slow songs, you've got to hold the neck in a certain way to get all that clarity. That makes your hand ache as well. So I work on my strengths and my weaknesses, and some days I just work on speed. You know, I'll play songs and play with a metronome and play them at tempo that I would play them on stage. And I just go over them and over them and over them. And it doesn't take long before I can feel my body's responding, you know. But yeah. I'm like a soldier on the road, right? I work backwards from the most important moment of my day, which is when I walk on stage. I want to be at my best. So how do I do that? I work backwards. I got to have some rest. I got to have some good food. I got to feel good about that I look okay, that I'm prepared. The sound is done. I've eaten something good. I'm relaxed. I'm ready, you know. And when I walk on stage, then I'm boom on 100, you know, and that's what is important to me. So that it's like a soldier, you know, watch the goal, and that's the goal, and that's how I do it, and that's how I keep going. It takes a lot of brain power to do what I do, to play all this music and all that. You can't let your mind wander, you know, and so. At the end of the show, after 2 hours of full concentration, I'm exhausted. I got to go to bed, you know. So I used to be a real party guy, and I stayed out all night, all the time, and everything. But I can't. You can't do what I do and do that. You'll last 2 or 3 days, and you'll be had it. So I got to rest and I got to eat.
So you quit the rock and roll lifestyle.
Yes, a long time ago. It was fun, but I don't need it now. I need to feel good. Hello, this is Tommy Emmanuel saying greetings to all the fans there at Gitarowy, PortalGitarowy. In Poland, dziękuję. There you go.